Hi guys, it's been a year since my last trip to India and I finally decided to share with you my experience and my tips and tricks on how to prepare yourself for a trip to India. First of all, India is an amazing country and I enjoy this experience so much, but at the same time, you have to keep in mind specific tips. First of all, I was traveling in a country completely solo, which means I didn't use any kind of tour guides or companies, and I was all the time on my own. Which is great if you want to meet local people and make new friends and you are quite open to just saying hi to your neighbors in a hotel and just meeting people during breakfast and so on. But if you want to make sure that your trip is safe, you might want to use tour agencies or just find any tour companies in India, local companies. Then it'll be so much easier for you just to travel there and to enjoy Indian experience without hustle and bustle. I started my journey in India from Mumbai, which is a beautiful city, something that you would not expect from an Indian city. My first recommendation would be related to location and your hotel. For example, in Mumbai, there are slums like Dharavi, more posh, rich areas like Colaba, where you will find yourself more safe. When you are trying to pick your hotel, do not forget about choosing the area first, because area will make a huge impact on how you will experience India. One thing that is extremely important is that you choose areas where embassies are or international companies are. Those will not be cheap areas. When you are thinking about India, you might be thinking, okay, it's very cheap, maybe sometimes dirty, maybe sometimes not very safe, but at the same time, if you're living in these areas, you will enjoy very safe and calm living. For example, in Mumbai, I was living in a posh area with my Airbnb host, and at the same time, I had an opportunity to enjoy local Indian culture that she shared with me, local Indian cuisine that she kindly cooked for me, and I enjoyed safe and very nice green area where I could walk for hours without being disturbed and feeling very comfortable. Some hotels might have many reviews, but those reviews are coming from Indians. So check who are leaving these reviews, and if these reviews are left by Westerns, then you can try them. Otherwise, you might find hotel that is not really great, but it is rated highly among Indians. Second tip that I would love to share with you is related to your look, so your clothes and your makeup. Normal clothing for women in India is sari, which is a long scarf covering your legs and partially your body. In this case, you might not want to use sari, but you might want to cover your legs and your body fully, just not to attract too much attention. You will not find people wearing very short dresses or shirts. In India, certainly there are some young females that will do so, but you do not want to risk. For male, the situation is pretty much the same. No shirts, please. Use long pants, jeans, and t-shirts. Do not attract too much attention with bright makeup and just way too bright clothes. If you are in India, people will pay attention to you.
Stare and stare and stare.
Because you have white skin and they certainly understand that you are a tourist, and some of them will want to make a selfie with you and some of them will want to maybe sell something to you, which is something that you do not want to experience. Third recommendation from me is transportation. Always use Uber. Even if you're in a small city, there is Uber operating there. I was traveling in Rajasthan area and I was in Agra where Taj Mahal is located, and I had to wait for my taxi maybe for 30 minutes. I was bombarded by local drivers of tuk-tuks. Sometimes they will say one price in the beginning and at the end the price will be different.
Unpredictable.
And secondly, safety. You are able to share your journey with your friends and family if you are driving somewhere far with just in the Uber app, but it is not possible with local rickshaw and you cannot track where they are going and it might be uncomfortable for you. If you want to use a taxi for a small distance or you do not want to wait for Uber, you can ask your hotel. They most probably have some rickshaws waiting nearby and they will certainly be more safe for you to use. Recommendation number 4. You certainly have heard a lot about Indian cuisine. It is tasty, it is unusual, and many people enjoy it very much. But you should keep in mind that Western stomachs might not be used to local Indian cuisine. It is not something that you might get in your country. It is something traditional Indian and it might be very, very spicy. I love spicy food, but even for me, Indian food was too spicy. So take your pills for digestion and try to not eat too much Indian food in just the first days when you are in India. If you are unsure if you'll be able to find supermarkets with your local food just to feel safe, take a few packages of this food with you from your country. It will help you when you are just trying to accommodate in India and you just do not have an option to go and look for supermarkets and you're running out of time. In regards to the restaurants, I would definitely not try street food because you're not sure if you will not have any kind of problems with stomach after it that will spoil your whole Indian experience. Go to the restaurants that have many reviews on TripAdvisor or somewhere else, normal restaurants with not low prices. And even there, you should be able to choose if you want to stay here and eat there or not, and listen to your intuition. Sometimes even the most respectable restaurant might not be the best for you, or you are feeling like it is not clean enough, and so on. Tip number 5. Always keep your luggage with yourself.
Okay, girls, follow your luggage.
And the reason for that is that there are many petty crimes in India, and if you're in crowd, which is kind of common in India, you will most probably experience somebody pushing you, somebody touching your bags, but you do not want anything precious stolen from you. So always keep your most precious things in your hands or just in front of you or hidden somewhere, and make sure that you do not allow other people touch them and grab them from you and just run somewhere. Another thing is that you will be constantly approached by locals to take a selfie. When I was visiting Mumbai and I was in an island and there were practically just a few other tourists with me, and given that it was right before COVID, there were almost no tourists there. There were some Indian families walking on the island near the monkey caves, and they wanted to take selfie with me. And this is okay situation if you can see that this is a normal family and you will not have a queue of locals standing just and waiting for a selfie with you. Because if one Indian wants to take a selfie with you and others just see that there is an option and you say yes to everybody, they will probably want this selfie too.
Hot crowd.
And you will end up spending 15 minutes taking selfies with people which is something that you do not really want. So say no, and if you understand that this person asking you for a selfie, for example, if you are female and this is male, and he might in some way abuse you, do not agree to take this selfie. He might want to kiss you or anything else. India is such an amazing country that I would definitely recommend going.
Travel?
Even if you want to read as much materials about India as possible, still go. If you do not have a company to go, try to find at least one person going with you. Maybe your friend, maybe your partner, maybe somebody from your family. It'll be safer. But at the same time, if you do not have anybody, a companion, go on your own. Most probably you will not regret it if you're well prepared. Hit like button and subscribe and stay tuned for more.